Now then, so forget all about the grim darkness of the far future. Today, in this video, we're going back in time to 1809 and we're going to have a look at my Austrian army. Okay then, so recently I grabbed these off my shelf. I grabbed this one off first and had another read through it. And then I've got this one here as well, the Egmont battle. So both part of the sort of the Aspern and Wagram 1809 campaign on the Danube, between the French and their allies versus the Austrian Empire in 1809. Had a read through these again, and it's got me quite enthused again about the whole Napoleonic period. So as I look through those and then looking at rules, this is a set of rules I bought when it was first released. I got it at Partisan when it was first released. I think it was 2017, I believe. Still haven't played it. Read through it a few times, and recently, over the last week or so at work, at work, I've been reading through it again. Sat in my office, as you do, having a read through. And what I've done is I've put together a couple of armies, a French army and my Austrian army. I've got a little bit of work to do yet on my French. I need to paint up some ADCs and a Commander-in-Chief stand. So, do apologise, not the camera there. So I've got all my little counters and stuff here, and I've just got these few mounted officers here in this box that I need to get done for my French, and I'll show you my French army as well. But what I'll do now is I'll just quickly go through my Austrians. And there is a point system in the back of here, because I did look through the books and looked at the orders of battle, and they don't quite fit my collection at the minute, so I've used a point system in here as a rough guide, and it suggests going for between 2,000 and 3,000 points for an evening's gaming. So I've done both the armies at 2,000 points. Not that it matters that much, but just for a learning game, I think that'll probably be enough. So without further ado then, we'll have a look at the Austrian army itself. Okay then, so the first kind of brigade I'll show you is a very small brigade that's part of the advance guard. The Austrians had a strange organisation where they'd use light cavalry, light troops and line infantry battalions all mixed together in one brigade, with artillery, supporting artillery as well. So what I've done is I've got two of these small brigades that were part of that. They called it a brigade but had multiple small brigades within it. It's quite confusing. It confused me a little bit anyway, but in this one anyway, what I've gone for is obviously brigade commander there, and this is General Major Stutterheim there. I just put a spare Hussar guy on the base with him, in command of that brigade. And what he's got a large unit of 6 bases, so that's 3 squadrons of Hussars, and a unit of Jaegers armed with rifles, that would obviously operate in skirmish formation, but they can form formed units as well. So that's the first brigade, and each brigade in the army generates an ADC. I painted a load of these the other day, just for this project. So a load of spare officers. So yes, that's the first little mini brigade. Now the second one then, let's try and move this without knocking my camera all over the place. Do apologise. Is this one here, and again similar, but this is a lot worse quality. So what we've got is General Major Carneville there, and the Carneville Free Corps. So it's a small unit of 2 squadrons of Carneville Hussars and the Carneville Jaegers, sounded with muskets, these guys, and these were quite poor quality, all of them, so they're all classed as recruits, or conscripts basically. in the game. However, they can still skirmish, they're just poor quality. So that's the two sort of advanced guard mini brigades, and again another what do we call it, ADC there from that brigade. So them are two sort of small brigades, and then what we'll do is we'll move around to one of the line infantry brigades. Okay then, so the first of my line brigades, I'll just brighten this a little bit. So this is composed of 4 German line infantry battalions. So you got Infantry Regiment 44 at the front there with the red facings, and then behind it is Infantry Regiment 46 with sort of navy blue facings. And the way I've done this is the light battalions are the ones with the white flag, so they're classed as regular line infantry, but the ones with the yellow flag, so the 2nd battalions, have classed them as recruits. So there's a bit of a mix of quality. So you've got 2 line battalions and 2 recruit battalions basically in there. And the way it works with skirmishers in General Armee is for each battalion you generate a skirmish base, but because they're Austrian they lose a base, and because they're 50% recruits they lose another base. So basically their skirmish screen is a minimum size in the game, which is just 1 skirmish base each. And because Adler, for some reason, Adler Miniatures don't make any skirmishing Austrians, so apart from Grenzers and Jaegers and things, so I'll just use a couple of spare Grenz bases there just to represent the skirmishers. Maybe a couple of companies of Grenz infantry have been attached, so that's the way I've kind of worked it. Again, the brigade commander here, General Major Reese, in command of them guys, and a battery, a brigade battery of guns. So these are 6-pounders with a howitzer, and obviously their limbers and all that sort of stuff there as well. And again, because it's another brigade, it generates another ADC for the commander. So I'll stick there with his mates. So that's the first line infantry brigade, and the second one. Right, these are all Austrian. Sorry, not Austrian. Of course they're Austrian, but they're Hungarian troops because they've got the blue trousers on. And historically, these units were larger, but I don't have the figures painted yet to make these into larger battalions. But it follows exactly the same organisation. So there's 2 line battalions, the line battalions with the white flags, and 2 recruit battalions. So there's a mixture of quality in there as well. And again, using the Grenz troops as my skirmishers for those. And again, so again using the commander there, General Major Reinhard. These have actually got a heavy position battery, so they've got 12-pounder guns and howitzers for the Hungarian brigade, and then another ADC that'll go with my commander. And then on to the final infantry brigade. Okay, so the final infantry brigade then, this is a bit of a mixture of different regiments and battalions, all the spares I had really. So you got, that's Infantry Regiment 51, I believe. Yes, it is, because they've got violet facings. Again, you've got the light battalion there, which is regular line infantry. 2nd battalion behind, which I've made recruits. And then I think that's Infantry Regiment 8 with the red facings. Again, the light battalion, or the 1st battalion, which is regular troops. I forget. It's just gone out of my head what regiment that is, but it's the 2nd battalion anyway, so they're recruits. So it's the same organisation as all the others, just a bit of a mixture of different units in there. And again, for the skirmishers, this time I've just used a couple of Jaegers, because that's what I had spare. But I'll just class them as normal skirmishers. And again, on the other side there, you can just about see a unit of artillery, so a normal brigade battery, and ADC. And these guys are commanded by Major General Grill. So yeah, so 5 brigades in total for the army, and 1 commander-in-chief, who is he? General Major Ho-Hun-Lo himself. Just try and get a bit of light on him. It's really dark. Oh god. Is that better? You can kind of see him a little bit more, hopefully. Really hard to film 6mm figures, I won't lie. It's just so small. Yeah, so Field Marshal Ho-Hun-Lo there. So he's my commander-in-chief. Not the best quality. I think I've classed him as being a commissariat, which has some negative effects during the game. Nothing game-breaking. He's not the worst he could have, but he's certainly not the best either. So that's the commander. And all my brigade commanders are just classed as normal brigade commanders. There's nothing, none of them are inspirational leaders or anything like that. So what we'll do now is zoom back out and have a look at the full army. Okay, so there is the full army, all set up, ready for battle. So quickly, just to finish off then, we've got the commander-in-chief there, so that's Ho-Hun-Lo, and he's got his 5 ADCs, 1 for each brigade. Got the 1st brigade here, with the Hussars, the Jaegers and the commander, and then we've got the 2nd brigade over here, so it's Carneville Free Corps, General Major Carneville there, the Hussars and the Jaegers. 1st Infantry Brigade, 2nd Infantry Brigade, 3rd Infantry Brigade. The only difference between them being this one here has got the 12-pounder heavy position battery. So that's the full army for hopefully what will be the first game of General Armee. I'm really looking forward to giving it a try, and I will try my hardest to get these French officers painted and my ADCs painted, and I'll get a video up of my French army that will be opposing them, and hopefully a quick look at the train we'll be fighting over as well. So thanks very much for watching. Apologise for the light and the shoddy camera work. I do my best. Okay, cheers for watching and bye bye. Okay then, so let's just zoom this out slightly if I can. There we are.